Okay, let's go with the Sicilian. Let's go with the accelerated dragon. Now on d4, it's always a question of whether to take or not. Let's give it a shot. He may take with a queen. Nope. Okay, we're good now. So now we've managed to transpose pretty much to a regular standard accelerated dragon. And f3. Okay, they play f3. Now let's see. If we castle, will they play... let's go ahead and castle. Now they can either play bishop c4 or queen d2. Or sometimes people take on c6. Okay. Now against this, you're supposed to be able to play d5 and equalize pretty okay. But, yeah, again, it's a game. It's a game. Now here, I think the trick is to take with the knight, open up our diagonals. Okay. Now we have the nice pawn center. They could castle. It's a bit passive. Let's go ahead and put our bishops to work here. Although another way to go is to play queen a5. I kind of like queen a5. A little more aggressive, but okay. That will certainly discourage queenside castling. Okay, looks like he's going kingside. Let's avoid the rook trade here by getting over here. The question is what to do with this bishop. If we go to b7, we block the b file. We could go to a6 and exchange it. But on the other hand, if we're going to have his pawns, we might want to have more. Let's just chill out for the moment and go here. Yeah, he might be able to push his queenside pawns at some moment, but now my queen on b4 is kind of in the way of b4. He can play b4 and put his bishop in on c5. Maybe it's time to stop that. Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking I might want to play e5 here. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Now that does weaken the b6 square, so I've got to be a little careful there. I think pretty soon we need to start expanding in the center here. Okay, he's not really ready to play c4, but he might be ready to play b4. So, ooh, time. Let's get the game going. Get on with the show here. Okay, don't really want to trade that. Bishop g5 could be a little annoying though. Okay, let's see where he's going. Meanwhile, it's rooks to the file. Maybe queen e7 was better. Queen here. Okay. Should we go large here? Well, if we go f5, he'll be able to don't really want to exchange bishops. Oh, now he's forcing us to do something. We don't really want to blockade. Oh, what to do? We could let it sit. One day I'd like to get that diagonal open. Not easy to break in here. What to do? I'm not sure that's the best. I'm hoping he'll exchange. Okay, now my pawns are active again. Okay, let's go take the f file. Now maybe we've got a passed pawn, maybe some chance. Uh-oh, watch out. Action alert. Bishop g4 was coming. Okay, where is he going now? Let's start going forward here. Now, if we could get d4 in one day, or bishop g4, this looks interesting. How to get in? How to get in? I want to play d4. Shit. Okay.
Time warning.
Now, if I can get d4 and e4.
White forfeits on time.
Okay, that was pretty close. That was pretty close. Not so easy. Okay, let's give it a shot. e4. We're playing Mr. f8. I guess they do this. They like to play there, and they kind of force you into Pirc. Here's an old system that I used to play years ago. John Nunn did some analysis on this. If black doesn't know what he's doing, white can castle queenside, maybe play e5, launch a kingside attack. Let's see if this is premature here. Go ahead and try to go after him a little here. Play can get pretty sharp, but white might be able to build up a very strong kingside attack here. Immediately driving that knight away from the defense of the king. Okay, he's on that. Now you gotta watch out for knight c6 here. Okay, that's a little passive. You could be tempted to try and push him back here. h3, let's give it a shot here. h3, and we don't want that knight coming back to f5. So now the problem he's going to have here is how to develop his queenside and get these guys out in a meaningful manner. My plan is knight f3. Okay, threatening to castle to check, but knight f3, and now he might have a fat square on e4 here. Okay, he's got f6, but f6 not so easy for him, so I think at this point he's definitely got some problems. We're ready to castle queenside maybe. We got a huge space advantage. Okay, which way to go with this bishop? He's probably, I think we can go to d3. Let's go to d3. Now I think we can play knight to e4, clamp down on some of these dark squares. Yeah, let's get the clamp going. And this knight over here's got problems. Now we have pleasant choices. We could go queenside. Okay, there, I think he's just offering up a pawn. We're going to have to take that. Now that will take a lot of the punch out of any kind of queenside attack he might have. Now we can just play positionally. He's got a bad knight. We have an extra pawn. Control of the d file. Okay, threat here, but let's just step over here, make sure there are no problems. Now let's exchange down. We don't need to do anything fancy. We don't need to attack him on the king side now because we're just winning kind of based on pieces. So when you're winning based on pieces, you don't need to confuse the issue. This knight here is very bad. And his bishop's still boxed. And hard for him to free with f6 because of the take and the pawn fork. So things are looking pretty okay here at this point. Okay, queen to the center. Now, we might want to play a move like a3 at some point just to stop him. Okay, now he plays there, but that weakens his king, of course. And I guess we can just go ahead and add, let's put our rook in here. And now we're ready to double. We're just going to leave that knight sit there for a while. Okay, not sure what's he threatening. Rook c4. Does that bother us? I don't think so. Let's double. And trades are good. Okay, still no threat. Just power in. Rook. I guess we could have taken on a7. I'd like to get my knight to e4. Okay, Oh, we'd like to trade queens, but okay, okay. Ending's good, ending's good. He'll be attacking our f-pawn, but so what? We'll offer the trade. If he trades, I'm thinking take with the knight. Okay. Let's just play here. Leaving with his bad knight. Okay, we could trade a pair of rooks. Okay, clock, clock, clock. Well, let's get this knight going. Why don't we go here? Okay, try to force a trade of rooks, otherwise I'll bring the knight to e4. Now if he takes, maybe I'll take with a pawn. And then go attack his queenside. I know taking with the pawn, you know, ruins my queenside majority, but... Okay, now let's get this knight up here to the business side of town. Once I get to f6, may have some possible mate possibilities. I'm going to go after that a6 pawn too. And one idea here would be to play b4 and knight c5 at some point. Now he might play knight g8, but then knight g5 is quite strong. Looks like he's running out of time here, kind of hard to find a move. Okay. Well, what's he want? Well, I think this is quite strong. Let's try and force some trades, push him back. Now he'll probably trade this rook. Okay, so we recapture there. Now we could push and steal his pawn here when he moves his rook.
Black forfeits on time.
But he's pretty much in the box here. Pretty much in the box.